the Sambucus Marseille. I mentioned this in a video that I did a couple of weeks ago. What was it? Hungry Eyes for Tarot. And I was talking about decks that I wanted to get, and I'd found this one. So I ordered it basically. But it was part of a set, so the same Sambucus set includes like an RWS and a Lenormand and something else, I don't remember. But I ordered the Marseille, and I'm quite interested because it includes Tree of Life diagrams. So I ordered this from a company, online website called, I've forgotten the name of it now, Vermilion. And they had quite a lot of interesting and unusual decks on there. Quite a few by like Chinese artists and just things I hadn't seen elsewhere. And I haven't seen on YouTube very much. So, well, this is really nice quality. Yeah, so it says Sambucus Marseille. The RWS was like horizontal, and the Lenormand I think was like very long and thin. So they're quite interesting designs. It says exploration yields answers. And it's by WohStudios. There we go. And I think they are Chinese. It's made in China, but I think the designers are also from China. I'm not 100% sure about that though. It's a nice magnetic, nice quality. Okay, and it looks like it's got an instruction booklet. And there's the deck. And the deck's got holographic edging, which is very cool. That's quite a good booklet. Decent size. Let's see, I think it's in English and Chinese. Major Arcana. Yeah, so picture description, card reading. I see. So the image appears, and then the picture description in Chinese, and then in English, and then the reading in Chinese and English. So yeah, for each of them, let's see, for the minors, a bit smaller. That looks really interesting. Okay, I'm not going to look into that too much. Let's have a look at the deck first. Try not to scratch the gilding with my scissors. Okay. Doesn't feel like the thickest deck, but let's see what the card stock's like. I think it said it was like 320 or something. Yeah, it's nice and bendy. Sort of a slight linen, can you see that? Linen finish, yeah. It's quite smooth, but you can see the linen finish. And the edging, wow, it's fantastic. That's amazing. Very pretty. Okay. All right. So yeah, the idea is that you've got the image on the right hand side, and then here you have the Tree of Life with the correspondences, the corresponding Sephirot highlighted. So one of the reasons I really wanted this was because I want to know a bit more about the correspondences with the Tree of Life. And this has it all the way through, including for the minors, which I thought was quite useful. Little ohm. And that's the astrological sign, right? And then there's the element. So quite a lot of information on the cards. The art wasn't like what grabbed me really, but it's quite nice. I mean, I like that. Magician. See these two now highlighted. I think it means that the card relates to the path between those two. So here it would be between Kether and, what's that one say? Tippereth. Because I think tarot cards are associated with the path rather than with the actual Sephiroth. But I'm not 100% sure. I should do some more reading. Oh, interesting. So she's holding a scroll. The Empress. I mean, I like the colours. As I say, the art style isn't my thing so much. I mean, again, it's this sort of Art Deco, which I like the sheepy at the bottom. Yeah, it's not my favourite art style. But it was more about these correspondences. Oh, I wonder what these are then. I mean, the art is really nice. Chariot, wow. Justice as the third eye, maybe, or all-seeing eye. No, that's from Lord of the Rings, isn't it? And then the scales there and the figure. And there's a city. Interesting. The Hermit. Wow. A whale. I need to find out more about these symbols. Wheel of Fortune. And the three fates, presumably. Strength. And there's the Death card. It's quite cool. There's a river of souls, I think, flowing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that Temperance as well. The vessels. The Devil. Don't have a proper look. There's the Tower. Yeah, I think this could be quite a good reference deck. I've got a bit of a Marseille collection, then I've also got a few esoteric decks which I'm kind of working with or like looking at against each other. I'm waiting to get the Eliphas Levi when I next visit the UK. Yeah, and I want to dig a bit more into the these correspondences and the Hebrew letters as well. Those are my main esoteric interests. Yeah, I'm interested in how different traditions mapped different correspondences. So I want to do a bit of a comparison. I've got the Atea, and I've got the Golden Dawn, and the Ulysses Picard. So I want to do a bit of a kind of cross comparison with the levy when it comes in the world. Look, the colours and the design and the images. That's another hermit. Interesting. I wonder why there's two hermits. Same correspondence says it's just a different image. I wonder why. Again, I'm going to have to look into that more. Okay, I'm going to go through the rest more quickly. So this is, obviously we're moving into the suits. So there is staves or batons. The colours are lovely. I mean, it's very, very detailed, so they are quite busy. And you can see on these, they've marked like a quarter. So I wonder if that corresponds across the suits with all the fives, for example. I have to see how they've worked it out. Yeah, that's the 6, so perhaps each of the suits makes up like a quarter of the Sephiroth, if you know what I mean. They've still got the planet and astrological associations. They're very beautiful staves. I like the floral details as well. Kind of in keeping. Oh, and these landscapes at the bottom. It is actually very pretty. Just like I say, rather busy. Page. Not really focused, is it? Okay, ace. Again at Kith there at the top. Wow, they are nice. There's a little bird on a rock. I actually really like the pips. I think I like the pips better than the majors. Again, the knave. Knights don't have horses, which is a bit sad. Do you like my horses in the Knights? Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Yeah, so with Chokmah, I'll have to do a proper deep study against this deck and the Marseille meanings. Be quite interesting. Two of Cups. Cups are all the same across the pips. But again, loads of lovely flower details. There's water at the bottom, stars above. It is very pretty. Quite happy with this, and I'm looking forward to diving into it a bit more deeply. There's a doorway for the 9. Yeah, and I haven't even looked to see if there's any kind of meaning in the illustrations, if you know what I mean, like if it's actually semi-illustrated kind of. Page of Cups. His cup is floating. The Knight. Androgynous. The Queen. And a king on his throne. And the coins. Oh, it's a tree. Oh, these are all trees, you see, so there is actually elemental associations here, and I've been possibly missing them this whole time. It smells nice. I know there's some wood at the top as well. I know some in the tarot community enjoy the smell of new decks. So yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, kind of earthy colours. So I think if I went back and had a look, it might be the water association with the cups. Page of Coins. Knight. Queen of Coins. And King. Well, I like that. I'm actually quite excited to find out a bit more. Exploration yields answers. There you go, you see. I need to do some more exploration. But anyway, quite exciting to play with that. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do an update at some stage when I've found out a bit more and looked at the suits and the associations a bit more deeply. Okay, I wanted to come back with a little update because I opened this yesterday and I've discovered things since then about it. So first of all, this was a Kickstarter, which is quite interesting, like this and the other 4 decks that are part of the set. And some people were very happy with it and others less happy. And part of the problem they complained about was the guidebook, that it didn't give enough information about things like the associations between the Sephiroth and the meaning of the Marseille card and so on. So and I've discovered what these are. their chakras, which I should have known actually, but so their chakras, and I've looked at some of the descriptions, and I don't mind, like, you know, quirky translations, and so I'm not finding it too much of a problem, to be honest. I'll just show you one. So this is Queen of Coins. Let me see if I can find her. So yeah, the white bit at the back is the minors, and coins are the last suit. Okay, so you can see there's the Queen of Coins. So this is for a minor. You get the meaning: prosperity, focus on career, a pragmatic female, satisfied with current achievements, know the true desires. And then you get your element symbol, earth, water, and you get your chakras, third eye chakra. So that's what that one is. And that's, you know, that's the information you get. Obviously, you can find out more about third eye chakra, and in the minors it doesn't talk about the Sephirot. But then if we look at a major, so that's the Bina. If we look at a major, let's have a look. Oh, it's in order still. I thought I'd shuffled it, but I haven't. So the Fool, for example, so yeah, you get your picture, and then you get quite a lot in the description. Wandering, set off in the morning, take a long journey. So you can see some of the translations are pretty quirky. Don't worry about the time to reach. Feel quite at ease. Start a journey far away. Nothing can stop the steps. His eyes shine. Is everything worthy? Is it necessary? He doesn't care about it. You see him going far away. Only things he does not care are left. Well, I can work with that. And then the card reading: baggage, everything owned, mountain obstacle, dog alert, pigeon, pure heart. Okay, so baggage means everything owned, mountain means obstacle, dog means being alert, and pigeon means pure of heart. What pigeon? I didn't see a pigeon. Oh, the white dove, I think they mean. And then you get constellation or astronomy symbol Uranus. So we've got Uranus there. Element air. 7 chakras is the crown chakra. And then the Kabbalah tree of life is bond, and I think that means the path between 1 Kether, the crown, and 2 Chokmah, wisdom. So it's the path between the crown and wisdom. So again, you know, it gives you the information, but then what you do with that information is up to you, basically. But anyway, I quite like the guidebook, and apparently what they're doing is putting together some more information and doing a better translation, and they're going to make that PDF available to certainly everyone on the Kickstarter. I'm hoping everyone who's got the deck. So so there may be more information later. But you know, in terms of what you do with these associations, I think that's up to you and whether you are interested in esoteric practice or not. For me, this is more of a study tool, like I've said. So that's what I've got from it, and I'm still quite happy with the deck, I have to say. I wanted to do one more because this is quite sweet. So this is the Hierophant, and there you see the key, the lock at the bottom, and there is the Hierophant figure. And it says, help. You see the Hierophant who is pointing to the sky with a cross-shaped wand. He asks you if you're looking for an access. You don't answer. You're just waiting. He says there are uncertainties in the way, but you will be guided by the God. Every hardship will help you. The way of truth is under your feet. And then we've got Hierophant, spiritual authority, church, shelter of wisdom, and the cross, enlightenment. Constellation or astronomy symbol, Taurus. Element symbol, earth. 7 chakras, throat chakra. Kabbalah tree of life, the bond is Chokhmah, wisdom, to Chesed, mercy. So yeah, that is another example, and I quite like that. Okay, thanks for watching, and have a nice weekend. Bye.